Welcome back to the Back in Time channel. Okay, y'all, so Tamika Scott has posted a video on her YouTube channel, and basically she has came forward with proof that her sister Latosha Scott indeed stole her 30K from her royalties. Not only did she provide receipts of that, she also touches on the fact that Rocky has been sending her threatening messages as well, and she has proof of that. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the things that Tamika went over in her video, providing proof that her sister stole from her, and her addressing the things about Rocky as well. And I'm going to give you my thoughts as well. So let's get right into this video. Okay, she started off her video addressing the fact that her sister saying that she was a liar, still calling her a liar about the 30K. Now, if you haven't been keeping up, Latosha is doing her solo gospel album, right? And she's been on this promo tour, but instead of just promoting solely her gospel album, she has had no choice but to address the issues surrounding the 30K, because she still or Escape still has this show at SWV that's still going on and that's filming. So she recently did an interview with Cocktails with Queens, and she said that her sister was a liar. And I'm going to play that clip for you right now. So go ahead and check out this small clip.
I've been quiet for a long time, and I think the misconception for me is that I'm a mean girl or that I'm a thief. Even with this $30,000 allegation from my sister, of which I've always wanted clarity since day one. I've called, I've reached out, I've sent voice messages, like to try to get clarity, because you're talking about something that happened 10 years ago that I know nothing of, and I'm finding out and seeing. So my thing is was this for a storyline or is this real life? Because in real life, me and my sister, we talk. And you're talking about 10 years ago, and I'm calling you, and if somebody accuses you of something, they should be able to talk to you about it. It's not even about the $30,000. It's about having my sister back. Like, I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, you need to talk to me. I don't want to hear from somebody. You're talking to everybody else outside of me. Talk to me. Word. I'm your sister.
And let me tell you something.
So you said it here first. You said it on Cocktails of Queens. That is not true, and it's fake news.
It is.
And you would give it all to have your sister back. You want your sister back.
And the thing is, the cameras are off now, so she need to talk to me. Ain't no camera rolling. So let's talk. That's family. So yeah.
Okay, so you just got through watching that clip from Cocktails with Queen that Latosha addressed concerning the $30,000 allegation made from her sister. And Tamika was on her YouTube channel addressing this issue, and she said one of the reasons why she even brought that up is because she felt backed into a corner. And she was like, when she came into that scene, that was the first thing that they did or whatever, she said she felt attacked and she felt ganged up on. So she was like, all these lies was being thrown at her and everything. So she felt like she had to throw some truth at her sister. So I'm going to go ahead and play you some audio clip of Tamika breaking down and, giving you details on exactly how she found out that her sister stole 30K from her.
Saying that I need to apologize and say I made a mistake. No, I didn't make no mistake. Miss Diane already explained to everybody that she signed all of us up for sound exchange.
Well, I signed Escape, every one of them, up for sound exchange. And I sent all the paperwork. And Tamika, I did Latosha, everybody. And Tamika told me when we filled out the paperwork, she was living in New York then. And I still have the paperwork. And I filled it out and I put it, her address was all in New York and everything. Tamika, my Tamika had gotten her checks, and it was a pretty big check then. I'm thinking it was like close to $20,000 the first time. They got a lot of checks though. And Tamika said, I didn't get my checks. And I said, well, you should have. I said, because Tamika's gotten several checks already. And so we called up to Sound Exchange. Me and Tamika was on the line, and we talked to, this guy's name was Joe Mo Grady. I think he's passed away, but back then, he was the person we talked to, and he talked to Tamika, and she asked him questions about her checks, and he told her that her checks were going to Hampton, Georgia. And so after that, she said, well, I live in New York. How did this happen? And he sent her copies of the checks.
Mm-hmm.
He
sent copies.
He said something about your sister and Rocky. Or Edward Bivens, because I really didn't know Rocky's name.
Right, he said Edward Bivens cashed your checks. But how was I supposed to get my money back?
The only way you could get your money back is you had to prosecute him. And you said, I don't want to do that.
Once we did do the investigation, well, they sent information. Someone sent in, which was my sister, and I will be showing that in a second. She changed the contract and put her name on the contract saying that she was my manager. And you're going to see that in a second. And then they put they sent my passport. It was a lot of stuff.
I know he said, that they had proof. They thought it was you and everything. But there's only reason that you couldn't get your money back is you would have to prosecute them.
No one has a reason to lie. And you're going to see with the receipts. And if it wasn't for Miss Diane, none of us, me, Candy, my sister, Tiny, nobody would have gotten these checks from Sound Exchange. If it wasn't for you finding out about that royalty.
Well, see, my husband with the TAMs, I signed them up, and that's how I found out about it. And our business managers in New York told me about it. So that's kind of how I knew about Sound Exchange.
Somehow, my information was changed and sent to Sound Exchange. Now, when my sister was asked about Sound Exchange, she acted like she didn't know what I was talking about. So I'm not going to do too much, but I will clear my name. I will show you a few pieces of evidence that shows how they went in and they changed my address to their address. How they changed my email. Everything that Miss Diane did was changed by my sister, Latosha Scott. I will give you evidence. Now, the misconception is the $30,000, it wasn't one check, it was multiple checks. It wasn't just one. So I was very nice. I was being very nice to say that only $30,000 was stolen from me. I was very nice to say only $30,000 was taken from me, stolen from me rather. So, you want your apology? How about I give them proof what you did? Just a little bit, not a lot.
Okay, guys, so you saw in that audio clip that she proved, without a shadow of a doubt, that she had receipts, and also she backed it up with the testimonial from Tiny's mom, Miss Diane. And she also revealed that she was showing her sister grace by saying that it was only $30K, and didn't expose the fact that it was more. Well, she did now, but she's saying that it was multiple checks that was taken from her in royalties. And in this next clip, guys, she's going to be talking about how she was getting threatening text messages from either Latosha or her husband. She believes it was from her husband and that they was trying to extort her. But before I show you this clip of what she's talking about, showing the threatening text messages, I'm going to play you a clip from Unique, the alleged mistress, who's been talking about Rocky and having a relationship with her, and how he's been sending her threatening text messages, and how she found out. So go ahead and check out this clip really quickly, and then after that, I'm going to come back with you showing you the clip that Tamika is talking about, how she knows that the threatening text messages is coming from them. So go ahead and check out these clips.
On it. Because what you're not going to do, Rocky, is you're not about to threaten me. I'm not fucking scared of you. I ain't fucking scared of you. I'm not scared of you. I don't know what the fuck you used to, but I ain't scared of you. I just been keeping it chill, but I ain't scared of you. I don't give a fuck no more. Cause nobody was gonna know about this shit. Nobody was gonna know about this shit. I was gonna thug it out, and if somebody pull up, then it is what it is. I'm always strapped. It is what it is. You feel me? Like, I ain't about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was chilling. My people probably popped it on my life and just heard about it. They probably didn't even know this shit. Well, I mean, not from them, not from me. They didn't know this shit. Because nobody knew this shit. I'm sitting here like, reading the text. Oh, okay. Oh, you gonna pay somebody to put money on my head? Oh, okay. That's what we doing? Like I said, I'm still your baby mama, nigga. No. You pissed me off when you started sending me those threats. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, what you did was like, I've been knowing you too many years. I know how you talk. I know how you write. I know how you flip shit and try to be professional with it. I know all of that. I know your wordplay. So you sent the text like it was coming from somebody else, but your name and your number popping up. Your name and your number popping up. And then you want to come back when you realized that your name and your number popping up. You want to come back and say, oh, basically like you saying, oh, he's a celebrity. Anybody could get his number. So if you think that it's weird that I'm trying to warn you, you must really, really think I'm stupid. You must really, really think I'm stupid. But the fact that you was bold.
I don't need an apology. I just need you to go somewhere and repent and ask God to forgive you and your husband who's out here being trifling, lying on me and my other group members, sending threat text messages from an anonymous number, but then turn around and do a video and say the same thing that's in the threat text. Girl, you and your husband got to be the most simplest criminals in the world. How are you going to send me a threat text? Let me explain with the text. I will put it up here so you guys can see it. And, you know, I might even share the video where she's saying things that's in the text. So I got a threat text about me, Tiny, and Candy, all right? First of all, her husband says that I sent him naked pictures. And he says something about Tiny, and he says something about Candy that I'm not going to say, which are all lies.
You see what the big news is, right?
About you still in the $30,000?
No, about now the news is Tamika, my sister-in-law, was sending me naked pictures. Todd sucking a tranny's dick, and Tiny in trouble. That's about to be the biggest news today. So, you know, people, you know, that girl you got coming over there with security for what? Like, damn, Tasha.
Let me ask you this
liar.
real quick.
He's a devil. He's evil. A lot of crooked stuff that has happened. And it's something about Todd, he said in the text. But it's crazy because things that were in that threat text, when my sister did her interview on her bus, dogging everybody out, talking about Candy, talking about I lied, certain things that were in that threatened text was in what she said. Wow.
Okay, so you just had a chance to see and listen to those clips that I had provided for you of Unique saying that she was getting threat messages from Rocky, and also Tamika explaining that she was getting not only threat messages from her sister, but she believed it to be from both Rocky and her sister. And what's so crazy about it is that she even went on to explain the whole situation about him mentioning those alleged naked pictures that's supposed to be sent to him from her phone. And she went on to explain that came from him hacking into her daughter's phone or something like that, and stealing pictures or something like that, to that sort. It was a whole lot of detail she went in with that. But if you want to know more detail, you gotta go over to her channel, which I'm going to leave the link down to her YouTube below to the video. So make sure you go over there and check out the full video of her explaining everything. But I wanted to just give my thoughts on all of this. So this is basically my thoughts. I feel like this show is the worst thing that could ever happen to not only Escape but also the two sisters. Because like I've said in my previous past videos, even the videos from last year, I said that when this show airs, things are going to get worse because everybody is going to be watching stuff back, and then they're going to be feeling some type of way because they're going to be reliving the moments. Then, you know, the producers tie everything in there. They like to edit it, put things here and there. And then on top of that, you got the fans chiming in with their opinions, siding with this person, instigating and everything. It's the worst thing that could ever happen to their family, because their relationship is being ruined. Their whole relationship. But at the same time, I don't want to say it's completely just destroyed their lives because there's been an awakening in Tamika. She's finally finding her voice and she's finally speaking out and saying her true feelings, how she felt all these years. She's been suppressing these feelings, trying to have the acceptance of her mother's love and also the approval of her big sister. So it's 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 a double-edged sword. It's messed up all the way around, and it's not a good look. And it's definitely not a good look with Rocky with all these allegations out there. His name just keeps coming up in everything. They come up in the episodes. They come up in the media. They come up in the blogs, the YouTube videos. Everything surrounding him has been negative and negative allegations. And so in this case, we're seeing the same thing. Tamika, she's just basically confirming him, like Unique said, being a bully or trying to bully her. So it's a whole lot of things that's just been going on, and their family is really going through a lot of stuff. And unfortunately, you know, it's gotten out of hand and it's gotten to the point where they're not speaking. But I also wanted to touch on the fact that Tamika brought up that Tasha keep mentioning or hovering over her head the incident that happened with Candy, or her apologizing to Candy, and she wants an apology the same way she gave it to Candy. Well, the thing about it, the thing or the difference is between it is that the allegations that Tamika made against Candy, they were lies. These allegations, Tamika has proof. And so it's making you look like a Latasha. And also, it made me think that maybe there's a lot of jealousy that goes on. Maybe in the past, because Tamika and Candy were very close, from what they both have said in their past interviews, and they've reconnected over the years. It's been time, but they've been able to rebond and reconnect or whatever. But maybe Tasha was, envious of their friendship back then. Maybe she felt like they were a little too close and that she was a sister, although they were close, but they weren't close like Tamika and Candy were. And to now see that that keeps coming up, it keeps coming up in her interviews and stuff, and she's saying that she wants an apology publicly like Tamika gave Candy, it makes me feel like there's a lot of jealousy going on right there. And for the mom to say that Tamika's jealous, maybe Tasha was jealous all along. And maybe that's why she holds such animosity towards Candy, and they never can really get along or agree with things, but they can still be cordial. Or maybe that's why Candy take a lot of heat and get blamed for everything. So that's just my thoughts on it. But I wanted to go ahead and play to you Tamika addressing that she keeps holding it over her head. So go ahead and check out this clip really quickly.
Sister is online saying that I'm lying. She did a video saying, oh, you know how she lied, because I said the things that I said about Candy to protect her. She was calling me crying in the phone, talking about a book Jermaine wrote, crying, saying Candy said she broke up the group. So I went to defend my sister, and I said a whole bunch of things about Candy. And I apologized. All right? I don't hurt nobody. I don't do nothing. And the thing I did about Candy, I was in my late 20s. We're almost 50 years old, and you still holding it over my head. But I'm glad that she forgave me. But I forgive you.
So now, I guess I'll just wait on my apology.
So again, we as the audience, we get to see that this is something that Tasha obviously never wants her sister to live down, because again, I feel like Tasha wants that same type of loyalty that she got from her sister way back then. But the only difference between then and now is that Tamika has matured over the years, and she doesn't have the same young, immature mindset. And Tasha wants an apology, but you're not willing to apologize to your sister publicly and be the bigger person and show an example, but you want an apology. And what's so crazy about it is that for her to be in the promotion talking about how she wants to be free and she want to do her solo deal, she need time away from the group, she always needs to pray, like they just bring her so much misery, she's still claiming that she is a part of Escape. I got a good feeling by the end of this show, or if not already, the Escape is not going to want to have anything to do with you as a group. Because even in Tamika's video, she hinted that they could possibly be doing new music. And she's already said that they've been still touring with just the three of them. So go ahead and check out this clip of Tasha still claiming to be a part of Escape.
Like you said, you were in a group. You were with the group Escape.
Yes.
What made you?
Am.
You still am. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Because yes. I think a lot of people have that confused, you know?
I, for one, am definitely one of those people who is perplexed when it comes down to Tasha saying that she want to do solo and she needs time, she needs her freedom, and that at the same time, she's still a part of the group. Maybe she is a part of the group in her head, but I feel like with the other members, she's no longer considered a member of the group, because if you think about it, they said they do a little voting thing within their group. So I mean, 3 against 1, you don't stand a chance unless you got some strong legal documents to back it up. So I just had to come on and share this with you guys. Again, check out Tamika's YouTube channel. The link is down below to this video, and I just had to come on and give my thoughts about it. But those are just my thoughts. My thoughts really don't matter. I really care about what you think, so I want to know what you think down below, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe here with us at Back in Time. But until next time,
this is a good time. Get the stepping. This is a good time. Get the stepping.